let's check in with that traffic weather together with Storm Tracker 4 meteorologist Daniel McFarland.
Well, Robbie, headed outside right now. We still have that hard freeze warning in effect we've been talking about. Now, there's only a handful of spots that are below that 28-degree threshold, but still, most of us are in between about 26 and 32 as you're starting off your morning around Tucson. It's even cooler for a few other spots, and we'll check in on that in a second. But I do want to mention things will be warming up. I know you've been grabbing your heaviest jacket. You've been using beanies, gloves, everything. Don't worry. Temperatures are going to be a lot friendlier as we get into next week, and you can thank the dry air for that. But we're also not looking at any good rain chances either over the next couple days. This is going to be a live look outside through the Storm Tracker 4 Skycam network, and I know you can't see it, but we do have clear conditions versus what we had yesterday. The airport's sitting at around 31 degrees. If you're waking up in Safford, 26 for you there. Sierra Vista, 27, and up on top of the mountains, Summer Haven sitting at 21. They're already pretty close to their high temperature for the day whenever you look at those higher mountains out there. So when it comes to any kind of watches and warnings, we just have that hard freeze warning in effect for Pima County. The reason why you don't see that in Graham and Cochise, even though they're going to be cooler, has a lot to do with them being used to these kind of temperatures this time of year. This is still out of the ordinary for a spot like Tucson to see temperatures this low. And I don't really think we're going to see a ton of changes with our highs today, and you can really blame any kind of humidity at the mid-levels for that. We're seeing a little bit of that moving on through right now, but drier air is going to head our way, as I mentioned before. That's mainly going to be starting off tomorrow in the later morning hours. That'll help us get back to the 60s for tomorrow. But I think as a whole, we are just going to be seeing drier and drier air building on up while stronger systems move over towards the eastern half of the country. So it's going to be drier and also warmer for the next week. There's a very good chance a lot of us, when this dry air moves in, are going to be in the 70s for an extended period of time out there. But if you're just curious about today's high temperatures, you do see 54 outside across most of the area here. Green Valley, if it gets drier for you, 55 is going to be your high temperature. Going outside of town here, Wilcox, Safford, both in the upper 40s. Same thing with Bisbee, and lower 50s for most of you in that area. All right, quick look at the 10-day forecast is going to show you plenty of sunshine for this weekend and really throughout most of the next 10 days here. But as I mentioned, big changes coming in with these temperatures. We have 54 today. When the drier air gets here tomorrow, we're right back at 64 degrees, and we're slowly going to make our way to the lower 70s where we're going to be throughout the entirety of next weekend.